In this lesson, we are going to take a look at design options. Design options are exactly that. If you have some optional items in your model, like turning a den into a bedroom, or an optional gourmet kitchen, or a five-piece master bath, or your different elevations, a slab versus a basement, all of these are design options that you want to be able to toggle on and off as a visibility within your model, and you also want to control them at the schedule level too, to schedule your project with different options filtered in and out of your reporting. So to take a look at design options, we are going to go to the Manage panel, or Manage tab, and you have Design Options panel. Select the Design Options button, and that'll get me into the dialog box. Now there are some weaknesses of design options inside Revit, and we'll cover those during training, but this is just kind of an overview. You have what's called an option set, and then you have the option within that set. So over on the right hand side, you can see if you want to make a new option, you just pick new, and then once that option set is created, you can pick a new option underneath that. These options also show up in your drop down in the bottom. Now I'm going to move my Revit screen up a little bit so I can pull that down and you can see some of the items. So if I pick elevation B, meaning that I want to do work on elevation B, you're going to see my whole model gray out except the items that belong to elevation B that are turned on in this view. It's really nice to toggle through this to see the different things going on. So I just picked five-piece master bath, and that's going to gray everything out except my five-piece master bath. The items that belong to that will be bold and allow me to pick them and select them. I'll return back to my main model, and then that will show me my entire model as turned on. So that's a little bit of some visibility to toggle through as you're checking things, see what belongs to what option. Now every view has its properties, and within the visibility graphics there's a design options tab. So you turn on the options that you want to see in your particular view. Okay, so you can toggle them to see them. You can use your visibility to control what you're seeing, so you can toggle different options on and off to see how it reacts with the rest of the model. And then you can only select items that belong to the current work set. So I'm in just the main model, which are all items that don't belong to an option. Well, I know that the front of the house, the garage, notice I can't pick this front CMU wall because it belongs to the elevation A option. There's a little check mark here where I can say exclude options, and then that'll allow me to pick that wall. And if I go to the properties of that wall, I'm going to see as I scroll down that it belongs to design option elevation A. So this check mark of excluding options allows you to pick something that belongs to an option that's not current. The other way you would have to do that is go to your drop down and make that design option current. Okay, then we took a look at the visibility settings, and we saw how we can control that. If I pick an item that is already drawn and I want to make it belong to a design option, then in the Manage tab, I would select Add to Set. And then when I do that, I have my various options that I can pick and then place a check mark on what design option I want that wall to belong to. Another way of doing the same thing is you can copy an item, make a design option current, and then paste the item, and then it will automatically belong to that design option. So let's say that there's going to be an optional closet in this great room. Let's just go ahead through an exercise of how that would work. I would go to design options. I would make a new option set. Okay, I would pick on that option set and I'd say rename it. And I'm going to call it uh, Great Room Closet. And there's going to be two options. The first option is going to be no closet. And then I'm going to select Great Room Closet and add a new option to it. And then pick that option and select rename. And I'm going to call it Closet. So now I'm going to close this dialog box, and then in my options drop down, you can't see it because it's going, down in my screen here. I'm going to turn on the closet option. What that's going to do is gray my whole model out because nothing belongs to it yet. Then I'm going to go to my home ribbon tab, and I'm just going to go ahead and select the wall tool. And I have no idea what wall style is current. I'm just going to quickly sketch something here. And then I'm going to go to the home tab and select a door and place a door. So now I have a couple of walls and a door that belongs to that option. So if I go back to my drop down of my options and switch it back to main model, I don't see it because that option's not turned on in the view. I just made it temporarily active so I could draw the items that belong to that option and then toggled it back off. If I want to see that option in this view, then I got to go to the properties of this view under visibility and go to the design options tab. There's my great room closet design options set, and from the drop down I have no closet and then I have closet. So if I pick closet and pick OK, that is now going to be displayed in this view. So here's my floor plan showing that closet. Okay, so that's a little bit on how design options work.